Hey spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here, and welcome back to Let's Play Civilization 6 as Spain. Now, I thought I was recording and I accidentally did a few turns, but I'll basically give you a recap. I was just about to finish feudalism. I accidentally finished this builder. I was actually trying to stop finishing the builder so that I get the extra 2 build charges, but I messed it up as usual. But that was it. That's basically all that happened in those couple of turns that we skipped, and we can get back into the game. So currently we'll talk about what our plans are so that we can try and achieve something. So as I was saying, we were trying to get a couple of settlers out. Okay, we just got the Eureka for stirrups and for feudalism. We finished feudalism. So pretty much, before I tell you what we were going to do, I'll quickly swap in the +2 build charges for builders. So basically the plan is to get out as many settlers as we can. If we take a quick look at the settler map mode, like there's a lot of room for cities in here. Oh, come on. There's another goddamn encampment over here. There's a lot of room for settlers. Like I could fit a city in here somewhere. I could fit maybe a city in here, a city in here, a city in here, a city in here. There's, some of these up here I might not try to settle. Maybe I will. Like there's actually a really good city up here somewhere. But yeah, I'm going to generally just try to fill in this land with settlers. I was hoping to get the Colosseum, but that's going to be harder and harder now that I'm building settlers up here, and I won't be able to throw down the entertainment complex. I also need to build the Mont Saint-Michel, so that's kind of another thing on top of everything else that I'm trying to do. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to finish that settler, and then we're going to go for the Mont Saint-Michel, and then keep trying to build settlers in some of these other cities to keep it all ticking along nicely. So we're going to choose our civic here. We have divine right. Then we have military training, we have naval tradition, we have mercenaries, and we have exploration. Plus 100% theatre square, district adjacency bonus, +2 housing in all cities with at least 3 specialty districts, Angkor Wat. Alright, here's all these things. So what do we want to do here? Do we want to go for exploration? Let's think about what we want to do. I think I actually might go for humanism early here and try to get my art museum out fairly early so that I can get a fast thing. We're about to get another great writer. Did somebody else get a great writer? No, it looks like we've cornered the great writer market, which I'm pretty happy about. We're going to need another amphitheater here, so I think I'll purchase it because I just don't have the time to hard build it. And then we'll be able to store these 2 pieces of great work. Then we'll quickly grab this. So that means I'm going to have to pick a city. Oh, shoot. I'm on my stream recording setup again. Oh man, I'm sorry. You guys shouldn't have, you shouldn't see that. Let me switch. Oh, God damn it. I can't believe I did that. I do that like once every 20 recordings. I have my wrong setup where I get notified about subscribers. But there you go. Like if you don't watch the streams, you got a sneak peek. My bad. I turned off all that stuff now. It shouldn't happen again. I apologize. I have OBS set up with all these different scenes, and one of the scenes is my streaming scene. I have a recording scene. I have different recording scenes for different kinds of games and all that sort of stuff. And I was streaming last night, and I just forgot to to switch back to the normal thing. It probably made my whole setup actually a bit laggy as I was moving around. Because if I show you and I move around, like it can look a little bit laggy when I'm on the wrong setup. So I apologize for that, for the mess up there. That's something I should not get wrong, but I get wrong at an alarming rate, if I must admit. So let's get Mont Saint-Michel. Now I could settle here, and I think I will settle here, right here on that hill. I want to settle as many cities as I can. Okay, you have another 2 build charges. Let's go get the deer online, and then let's get the rice online as well. I sent the trade delegation with gifts. Yes, okay, so we can send more delegations. Let's send those delegations to keep people happy. Oh, they just never sent me a delegation. Okay. So I have pretty good relationships with a lot of the AI, and I'm trying to maintain that because usually I just ignore the AI and I don't play around with it. But I think a lot of people have been bugging me about it, saying, you really should do more with the AI because it actually, you don't my perspective is I don't need to interact with the AI to win, so why would I bother? But as I was saying, I think I said this in one of the other episodes, I'm thinking in the new Rise and Fall expansion, I think diplomacy is going to be a much bigger deal. So that was kind of why I made the decision to start trying to just put a little bit of emphasis on keeping friendships going. And plus, I actually played a deity game the other day where I was completely surrounded by AI, and I didn't care about diplomacy, and they all just war decked me and killed me. An unpleasant experience, to say the least. Okay, claim great person. We're going to get another great writer. This great writer, what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer over these two things. And then I'm going to grab this great writer and plant him here. And there's that. Now, if I have a look at the tourism map mode, you can see most of my tourists are appearing over here, which is quite nice. I'm happy about this. I took the triple yield from Relics, right? Didn't I? I really should get a temple and upgrade my thing. Unfortunately, you can't faith purchase temples, which bothers me. I need money to do it, so I think that'll be the next purchase I make is a temple. But I need to start thinking about where am I going to build my next theater square. Let's do a bit of attacking here, and we'll go into our next turn. So, yeah, this seems like a reasonable tile to settle on. Okay, you can fortify there, and then in Salamanca. Pretty good city. Let's go ahead and... There isn't a very good harbour here, is there? I mean, it's an okay harbour. We could use the city to generate gold, or we could immediately go into a theatre square. I think I was planning on building an encampment in Cordoba. Let's do a bit of attacking again. Okay, let's get the camp there. Let's lock in the tiles that I think are really good. Okay, I've got those locked in. Monument completed, so you should start expanding your borders a little bit. I'd like you to generate me gold. That seems like a reasonable thing. Gold seems to be doing me quite well here, so I'm going to get you to keep generating gold for me. I would like you to maybe get me a theater square, but I don't really have a good tile that I want to do it. I could also alternatively get a campus, because one campus wouldn't be bad, just to keep my science up, because my science is a little bit weak. And that can mean I get to computers very slowly, so I'm going to try and get a little bit of science here. I want to get an encampment in Cordoba, possibly right there maybe. We'll see exactly where we place it. I might place it on the stone. I might even go harvest the stone and then place it on the stone. And then I can drop the encampment on top if I get my builder in position, actually. If I wait a turn, if I put like a turn into a shrine. Take your echelon. You just wait a turn, okay. You're going to settle in place in Bilbao. So you do have access to fresh water as far as I can tell, because there's a little bit of a river there. So go monument first, but you're actually going to get me a theater square. And I think I'm going to plant it right in the desert. Yeah, just go straight theater square. I need more theater squares, really. They'll be helpful for me. Okay, any more encampments lurking around? Let's go stand on this tile to be a fog buster, and then you fog bust over here. I have so many more cities that I could settle, potentially. Oh, shoot. Damn, I messed this up. I shouldn't have built that shrine. What I wanted to do... There's adjacency bonuses, okay, and Chichen Itza. Could be a good Chichen Itza city over here. Let's finish the builder, and then when we finish the builder... Oh, I need more population. Where am I going to get housing? Alright, build a shrine. Because I want to build the Alhambra, but I didn't a thingy district. And I wanted to harvest a stone to try and save a bit of production on it. Whatever, we'll harvest here and we'll grab the temple. No, I'm not interested in selling my great works of writing. Speaking of which, I think we're actually, like, we're kind of winning the culture game right now. We've got 5 tourists. Out of the needed 43. This is like the fastest tourism game I've ever had in terms of like just pace. It's pretty crazy. Having a very fortunate game, which I'm not complaining about. Okay, we got a settler over here. I think that's a bit expensive now to go for another one. I think it's time you got your districts out. And the primary district that I want to get out up here is, of course, the theater square. Is there a particular tile that we want to get it in? Let's see. There's a good industrial zone spot, actually. Why don't you get me an industrial zone? I want to have a couple of those for these guys. Okay, we're completely crushing it in great people earning. That's good news. I've got a settler here. I could settle up around here. Let's see, I could settle around here as well. Let's have a look at the religion map mode. See all this religious pressure. So, I think it makes sense to settle around here. Because I can use this city to control this strait. Link up and head over there. We'll go into our next turn. The city's going to be just basically a defensive city. If I settled there, I could put an industrial zone there and then an encampment there. And then this city would just be a highly productive defensive city. I found a goody hut. Still finding goody huts somehow. These guys actually have a lot of land. Like, there's plenty of land for all these civilizations, as far as I can tell. It just so happens that I got isolation, which is really handy. Because it means I don't have to worry about competition. I'm not going to complain. I like it. I'm happy with this current state of affairs. Although I guess there is part of me that's like, you know, it's not a challenge like this, you know? Sometimes you kind of do want to have a bit of a challenge, make things interesting. But sometimes you also, I mean, I guess the intention of this game was just to like screw around, so mission accomplished. All right, fish has been upgraded. I will work that fish because it's gold. And then I'm going to get the granary. And then I'll probably pick up the harbour. The granary will allow the city to grow up a little bit. Theatre square adjacency bonus, housing and all thingies, Angkor Wat. I'm not really interested in building the Angkor Wat, although it would be a nice... it actually is kind of a nice thing to have. Any suzerain bonuses here? Let's see. No, I'm not really. I mean, Carthage is quite good, but I'm not interested in getting Carthage. I like Jerusalem. I'll get Kabul because it only costs 1 point, and then I'll get Jerusalem because it only costs 1 point, and then I've got a bunch of city-states on my side, which should hopefully make me less attractive as a target of war. Although, you know, there's only so much you can hope for. Let's go on to the next turn. I'm building Mont Saint Michel so that I can send my apostles off to die with the hope of getting relics. Oh, come on, swordsman. Do I have embarkation yet? No, this could end poorly for me. Yeah, you're just going to stay there. So, 2 fog bust is your goal. Make sure no barb camps spawn on me. Alright, choose production over here. Industrial zone has been completed. I think you're going to spam out builders for me now. I mean, the workshop would be amazing if I could get it, but I think I just like the idea of having a city dedicated to building builders. Like, it has a decent little production line, and it can make them fairly rapidly. Although, I might drop like a fishing boat and a farm, and then later on grab a harbour in here as well. And a commercial hub. We'll see exactly what we do, but this city is just going to produce builders. I'm not going to try and get tourism in here. I'm gonna, because usually what I do is I don't specialize my cities, because I'm trying to experiment with that, because I think it has potential. think it has potential as an idea. We're also going to have humanism soon, although I'm not really worrying about that right now. We have a lot of faith saved up that we're going to be able to use to make sure we get what we want in terms of great people, which is fantastic. Somebody stole my great person. Ooh, I could faith purchase him. I'll think about that one. Because in a way, for me in this current game, faith is a way for me to generate great people, which is a really cool idea. I like that. I've never been able to really make it work on deity, but it seems to work on like lower-ish difficulty settings. So basically the first thing you're going to do is make walls, because that's the only thing I care about, is that this city survives. So that this city survives and has a decent production line and can defend itself. Okay, I actually don't plan on settling near her anymore. This is like the last city. Like, I might settle over here or something, but we'll see. I think this is just purely a aggressive defensive city. So we're not going to get any missionaries or apostles or anything like that until this is finished. So let's pick up that builder that we were going to build and see if we can maybe drop a farm there, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4. That would give me the extra housing that I need to get up to the pop to be able to build the Alhambra and the Terracotta Army. I'm going to want to try and build both of them if I can. No, thank you. I'm not selling any of my great works because they're winning me the game. Some of my friendships have run out. So we're going to want to talk to some of these AIs and make sure that we maintain those friendships. Let's see if we can get open borders with some of them. Alexander's a little bit upset with me. So let's see. Primary friend, Jadwiga. So she's upset with Alexander now. They just like civilizations with a small standing army. So she's actually kind of upset with me. How do you feel about me, Saladin? So Saladin's actually in good shape. So we'll build that friendship here. And he hates Alexander and John Curtin. So if we do open borders, and if I ask you for money, you'll make it more equitable. And then what if I said we could declare friendship? Okay, so that's a friendship with Jadwiga, so she won't declare war on me. And what about China? Now, unfortunately, we declared friends with one of their enemies. Alexander's a little bit neutral. Alexander's a little bit neutral with me. I mean, I guess I don't care if I make friends with people. I'll just make friends with everybody. There we go. Medieval walls. Bonus culture. Yeah, okay. Choose science here. I would like to get the Forbidden City as well. Most importantly, this is going to give my tourism yields from Great Works of Writing a boost, which is really, really nice. We're up to 9 tourists. Jesus Christ! I wonder how fast can we actually win this? If I put my mind to it, I'm pretty sure we could like win this pretty damn quick. Let's see. This is a really great city, thanks to all the culture that it generated early in the game. Now, I would like to get settlers. But your production is actually really weak. There, that's much more reasonable. Okay, Granary. Do we want to get a granary in here? So we're generating good gold in here. And I don't think we want to make a change of that. I think what we could really use in here is a builder. But we're about to grow to the point where we can get another district. I mean, maybe I'll throw down something like the pyramids. So let's see if we can get the pyramids, because that's going to be... A, it's going to make our builders better. B, it's going to give us some tourism based on how old the pyramids are. Choose production over here. Settler. So I want like a few more settlers, really. Like maybe a lot more long term, but we kind of want to just pick them up as we go. I think we need to just keep getting more settlers. So I'm thinking I'm going to settle on the forest here. Seems like a good spot. We'll settle on the forest. Then I will go ahead and... You can't actually build me a settler, which is fine. I think you've spent enough time doing things for infrastructure. You're going to start building yourself up now. So why don't you get a granary? And let's see if I can find another city that'll contribute a little bit more to the empire. Alrighty, this looks like a reasonable setup. Obviously not ideal in terms of certain things. I think I might harvest that stone and then put a mine on top of it, which I think is I think that works out better. The Tale of Genji, no, thank you. Not interested, sorry. Because then this would go from a 2-2 to a 2-3 plus a big yield. So farm here. Almost ready to grow. I'll put you on production focus and food focus. And we'll see what you can do. Let's go ahead and harvest this here. That'll take that down to 6 turns, which is a much more reasonable time than 24, because it means because we are getting pretty close to our next rider. It's only about 7 turns away. Oh, there goes the scout. But you know, the scouts have kind of outlived their purpose anyway. Let's build a farm there. Lock that in. Let's take off production focus, and let's go back to normal focus. Let's have a look at this city now. Definitely want to work this, definitely want to work this, definitely want to work this. Okay. Looking good. Its growth is stunted still because the housing problem. How do I get another housing in here? Well, I guess maybe it's time to switch to monarchy after we get humanism. In which case we should get started on the ancient walls. The Waltzing Matilda's playing. I think that's my favorite theme song. I know I say it every time. I'm kind of have a love-hate relationship with John Curtin, because when he's in the game, I get to hear the Waltzing Matilda theme, but when he's in the game, he's a piece of shit. So it's like, I like the music, but I hate the character. There's an art museum. There's an archaeological museum. Excellent. I think we will definitely be getting our hands on an art museum here. I don't know when, but it'll be something we want to keep our head afloat about. So I think it is time now to switch to monarchy. So let's take away +1 production on all buildings. We're still building settlers, so I'm gonna keep the settler production in just because it's worth so much. And then we're going to take the +50% production towards, or 100% production towards defensive buildings. And then we're going to take on the +50% production, +1 amenity and units for cities with a garrison, and unit maintenance reduction. All good stuff. That means we're going to get walls in 4 turns here. So we're probably going to want to start building walls just generally around my empire. And then after printing, we'll grab siege tactics. Go ahead and get that fish online, then we will... So we got humanism. Let's grab the Enlightenment. And then we can maybe go for opera and ballet or something and see if we can get the Bolshoi Theatre. I usually don't go for wonders on high difficulties, but this time, you know what? I feel like we can have some fun and go for them, you know? This is like a nice relaxed Emperor game. Nothing too crazy. Okay, there's a theater square. There's that fish tile. That's much more reasonable in terms of growth. This place needs its own trade route if I can. I didn't prioritize trade routes this game, and maybe that's a mistake, but you know, I'm trying different things. I like experimenting with my gameplay. Unit needs orders. Go ahead and get the mine there. Nice one. Now we've got 2 build charges here. We'll get a housing from these ancient walls, which is good. And then this city will grow in a reasonable amount of time. Choose production over here. Right, Theatre Square. How long until we get our next one? We're really, really close. We're only a few turns away, so... in the meantime, let's go ahead and get started on our walls. I shouldn't have built that mine there. That was a mistake, because that's where the encampment district's going, so whoops. Oh well, sometimes you do these things. Sometimes you don't. Alright, we'll stick a farm there. That'll give this place a decent chunk of housing. What if I were to dework this? 13 turns of growth. Alright. So I'm going to call that an end to this episode. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. Please remember to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Remember to leave a like if you want to directly support my channel. And remember to leave a comment if you want to give me your feedback. Other than that, though, I want to say I love you all very much. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.